Well, howdy, everybody. Welcome. This is November 22nd, day before Thanksgiving. And last night at 5 o'clock, our power went out. And we were the only, this house and the one we owned down below was the only two houses on the line, plus what's ever up the line to the left up there, that was out of the power. I don't know why. Everybody else down the valley had power. Anyway, here about a month ago, I had an electrician come in and he wired in this nice thing. I'll show you. Uh, in the past, we've had to have the generator out back with extension cords running into the house, extension cords all through the house. Not very safe. So fortunately, last week I had this running. I had it in the garage over there, and I had this running. This is a fairly new generator. We had it running there in the summer. It ran for 60 some hours straight when we had the big power outage with the big storm. But anyway, plug it into here. Okay, and this is the end of the cord. Plug that in and twist it, and that locks it in there. So I just got home from work. Our power came on at 2:30 in the morning, and I'm trying to sleep anyway. I didn't know it, but the garage is on a separate meter. So when I got up this morning at 6 o'clock, the lights were on in the garage, the outside lights, and that made me very happy. But I came out here at 6, shut this down. Very important. This runs into a 30 amp breaker down in the breaker box, and then it feeds the whole house. There's some things we can't run with this. Show you that in a minute, but very important. Got a disconnect down here. We'll go down and take a look at it. Okay, this is the entrance for the garage. Said it's separate, and there's no disconnect on it. These are smart meters. Yeah. Anyway, this is the transformer. Our power line, if you can see, way down there, the top comes up over the hill. It's buried. Comes into this transformer. You can hear it humming. Then underneath here goes into the entrance, and you've got to throw this disconnect off before you do anything up there. Another smart meter. So throw that disconnect off. Very important you do that. Number one, because if the power does come back on and you don't know about it, it's going to shoot that power into the house with the generator plugged in, blow the generator up, and cause all kind of bad problems. The biggest thing is, if this is left on, that generator is going to backfeed through here, down into the line and out the lines. Now, not only is that going to be a tremendous strain on that generator, and probably wouldn't handle it, but if there happens to be a lineman working somewhere on that line, and who knows how far that electricity will go, it could be very serious for that lineman. He could get very seriously injured or even killed with that power backfeeding. So this is very important. First thing you do, throw this off. Okay? Yeah, it was really nice last night. I said there's some things, we had running water, run the well pump. There's some things that won't run in the house, but at least we had lights, and we had internet, because we have no cell service up here, but we have the internet that has to be run off of that router or whatever it is. So that was good. was nice we didn't have to sit there in the dark. Okay, so I got up at 6 o'clock this morning and saw the lights on in the garage. Come out here, shut this down, unplugged it, went down in the basement, turned the 30 amp breaker off. So, and then I went down there and threw the disconnect on this morning. And then there's some breakers down in the breaker box that I had to throw back on too. Won't run our cook stove. Will run the microwave. And we've got 2 refrigerators and a freezer in the house. It runs that, plus some lights. And I didn't want to overload this. So, and we have a fireplace, which was going last night, and it runs the fan off the fireplace, which is really nice. Okay. So I just got home from work here, and going to put it away in the garage. All right, we'll be back with more. Okay, we're down here in the basement, and we've got these breakers marked, the red ones that we have to turn off. Okay, this is for the hot water heater. We don't have a hot water tank. We have one of those where you turn the spigot on, and it heats the water as it goes. It's not an on-demand where it's automatically hot at the faucet, but it pulls a lot of wattage or amps. So that gets turned off. This is for my air handler, and it's currently off because in that storm we had there in August, when the power lines came down, it blew the control board out. And this is, like I said, November 23rd, day before Thanksgiving, and the control board hasn't showed up yet, believe it or not. So we don't have a heat pump. Anyway, these are for our mini split systems. We have Mitsubishi mini splits upstairs, and it's too much for the generator to run them. To our second cabinet here. This is for the clothes dryer. Obviously, it pulls a lot of power. Turn it off. And this is for the kitchen range. Now, we probably could use maybe the small burner in there, but I didn't want to take a chance. And we do have a hot tub here, but it's not working. So this is off all the time. And we got a third panel here. All right. So these 2 here are also for that hot water system. So I've got 3 breakers for the hot water system. And this one here is the 30 amp breaker that you flip on. It goes to the outside. That plug I showed you at the beginning of the video. All right, so you got to turn all them off. And then this morning, like I said, I shut the jack, knocked this breaker off for the generator, went out, shut the generator down, unplugged it, went down and hit the disconnect, turned the disconnect on. Then I came back up here, down here, and we're in our basement, by the way. Came down here and turned the breakers on. She was happy to get the range so she could do some cooking here the day before Thanksgiving. Okay. Very good. All right. That'll do it. That was a very, very good investment. The guy charged me $500 to put that plug in and the breaker and everything, and that included all the material and labor. And I gave him $700. I was very, very happy to get that done. Okay. That was when we were, our mine was owned by Foundation Coal. And that's when we were owned by RAG. That was a German company. Okay, thank you very much for watching. And that's pretty cool. I hope you have a really nice day. That picture there actually was painted and came from Sweden. We have Swedish descent in our family. All right, again, thank you very much for watching. Have a really good day. And I know you'll see this after Thanksgiving, or I wish you a happy Thanksgiving. I don't know when you'll see this. Okay? Very good.